A very warm welcome back to All in the Game. Of course, we have KARTI Chidambaram in our studio at the moment. But first, we're going to take a look at a very special story, of course, a part of the Davis Cup special that we have going here on NDTV Hindu. It's about the Tricolour Troopers. Now, they've gone all out to support all the Indian sportsmen, of course, starting with the Davis Cup. And here's a little sneak peek into their campaign. I'm standing here at the STAT Stadium with the Tricolour Troopers who are going all out to support the tennis players here at the Davis Cup in days to come. So, Suhail, what exactly brought you to start with the Davis Cup?
Well, the Davis Cup, as you know, is all about pride and heart. And there's nothing better than 100 and, a couple of hundred screaming fans to take our boys over the line in a grueling five-setter. So, here we go.
Okay. What do you think India's chances are really versus Brazil?
We're not playing football against them, so we're out here to compete. Yeah, we're gonna beat them.
Okay, so a lot of confidence there. But what exactly will you be portraying on the day of the Davis Cup and, of course, the rest of the days?
Well, for this week, of course, they're our team and they're our pride. So all about them, all about our team, and we're going to take them over the line.
Can you give us a taste of it, really?
Let's give you a Chennai special.
Okay.
Askalakadi gala gala ka.
Hoo-ha, hoo-ha. Askalakadi gala gala kadi. Hoo-ha, hoo-ha.
Well, NDTV is definitely going to join in the campaign of the Tricolour Troopers in support of all the Indian tennis players right here at the Davis Cup. Well, that's quite a load of support for the Davis Cup players, of course. What do you have to say about that,
I think
Karti?
when Suhail approached us, we were very receptive to the idea. We think we wanted to model something along the lines of the Barmy Army. Tennis players have had this very loyal band of supporters traveling around the world supporting them. In fact, Djokovic has a Serbian contingent which goes around in most countries which support him. So we thought it would be a good idea to test this out, and I think the Tricolour Troopers are not limited only to tennis. They're going to be, hopefully this will catch some momentum and they'll be available for other sports as well. But this will be the first time that the Tricolour Troopers will be in play, and we hope that they'll make enough noise to unsettle the Brazilians.
Absolutely. Now, also along with an international event as such, it also involves security measures, correct, for these Brazilian players who have come down to India. So what kind of measures do we have going for us?
See, Chennai is a very safe city, and I know last year there were little concerns, especially during elections when the Australian team pulled out. But the Australian team pulled out on citing very frivolous reasons. In fact, the ITF has penalized Australia for pulling out of the tie against India. But this time everything is in place. Everything was in place even last year. This year we have a committee headed by Mr. R.K. Raghavan, former Director General of Police, who's heading the committee. We have full cooperation from the state government and the state police here. So everything is in place and the Brazilians are absolutely safe and are having a good time.
Okay, moving on. Also, according to the financial situation, of course, of this particular tournament, there's a lot that has gone into it to bring it to Chennai. Is it going to be bigger and better than anything that we've seen so far?
Davis Cup is different from a tournament. I mean, tournament has its own dynamics, but Davis Cup also costs a fair bit of money. But we've had our generous sponsors, which is SAIL, has been a very, very consistent sponsor of the Davis Cup team. In fact, we call it the SAIL Davis Cup team. SAIL has been sponsoring the team for many years. ONGC has come in, Sunfeast has come in from ITC, and we have DLF. So we have a host of domestic sponsors who have come through to help us, and hopefully everything will be okay. Yes, but it does cost a lot of money, and it's not very easy to go out and get sponsorship, but we've had a bunch of companies who have been very, very supportive of the tennis efforts here.
If any possibility, if you'd like to reach out to the crowd at all, in terms of the ticket sales, it's been selling like hot cakes, really?
I think you see, what's happened is that even though this stadium has a capacity of 5,000 odd, we realized that because the matches are being played at 11:30 in the morning, we had to cover the stadium. So we are in fact putting up canopies on all three sides of the stadium. One side is already covered, the northern side is already covered. We're putting up canopies on the three other sides. So the capacity is going to come down to 2,500 because at 11:30 it could be very, very warm, and we don't want spectators to have a bad experience coming to the stadium. So, but tickets are available. Tickets are on sale. In fact, the season tickets are already on sale, and the daily tickets will be available. It's all available in the stadium, and I urge people to come out and watch the tennis, because this is world-class tennis. The Indian team has one Grand Slam finalist and 2 Grand Slam champions, and the Brazilians are a formidable team. It's good quality tennis, and it's Davis Cup. It's coming after 31 years. So there's a whole generation of people who haven't ever watched Davis Cup in Chennai. So it's a great opportunity to come out and cheer the national team. And we at TNTA are doing everything possible to make sure that there is a good spectator experience at the stadium. I mean, we are covering the seats. We're having a food court which will cater to the needs of the public. In fact, one of the caterers is even coming up with something to cater to the Brazilians. In fact, there's going to be a slight Brazilian twist.
Catering to their palate as well.
I think there's going to be some sort of banana fritters, which is the Brazilian banana fritters. That's what I saw in the menu today. So we are doing everything possible to make sure that it's a good spectator experience there. We're bringing in the tricolor troopers. So the Brazilians are also very, very comfortable. In fact, I met with the team today and I asked them how they were feeling. They're all very, very happy. They're being treated very well and they're having a good time. But unfortunately, they haven't had much of a chance to go out and do anything else other than visit a Vinayaka temple on Vinayaka Chaturthi.
Okay, that's a secretive plan which they had going for them.
I think Vinayaka's, I don't know, I hope Vinayaka is not on their side, but they did go to the temple.
All right then. Also now moving on to, of course, the game itself. Now we've got greats like, of course, Mahesh Bhupati and Leander Paes are going to be playing. Now do you think experience is going to work over fitness really with Bruno and Marcelo on the other side?
You got to understand that Davis Cup is really nothing about rankings. I've seen higher ranked players lose to players who are much lower ranked than them. Davis Cup is all about the heart. It's about playing under pressure. It's about playing under away conditions. So ranking really doesn't matter. And as far as fitness is concerned, one must understand that Somdev is supremely fit. He's as fit as it gets in terms of any other tennis player in the world. I've seen Somdev play an epic match against Rick de Woest in South Africa last year. That match was 4 hours 44 minutes, and Somdev was absolutely fresh at the end of the match after winning the match in 5 sets. So if there's anybody who's world class fit, it's Somdev. And of course Rohan is coming off of tremendous high. I mean, he's just finished. He reached the quarterfinals of Wimbledon. He reached the finals of New Haven, and of course the dream run at the US Open with Qureshi. So he's really on a high. And of course Mahesh and Leander are tremendously experienced. So if you're even at the minimum, if you're 1-1 on the first day, and I think we'll have the edge in the doubles, and if we go 2-1 on the final day, I still think the edge is with us. So anything can happen, even though on paper, the Brazilian singles players are higher ranked than us, but we are higher ranked than them in doubles. I think the tie can go anyway.
Tie can absolutely go anywhere. Thank you so much, Karti, for talking to us. Wonderful that we have you in the studio, of course. And let's see how India plays out, especially with Bopanna back and Somdev, of course, raring to go. And he said he can't wait to get on the tennis court and, of course, play his first draw.
Thank you very much. I hope your viewers all come out to the stadium and cheer the Indian team.
Absolutely. So that's a note out to all our viewers, of course, to definitely come for the Davis Cup and buy your tickets as early as possible. Lots more news and updates coming up on the other side. Thanks for watching.